Let's do this. Welcome to Ask Your Guides, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight I'm your host and your channel of what my guides have told me is called the voice of I am. And I channel through the voice of I am, basically source, and I connect with your highest self and your guides to bring you clarity, insight, and guidance on the things that you ask about. So that's what we're here to do. I always let people know I can't predict the future. Oh my gosh, that probably sounds super crazy being that I'm a channel, but what that means is that you are your own adult, you make your own decisions. So I could tell you um, anything that comes up, and you get to decide what you do with that information. So, that being said, how we're doing this tonight and in all of our sessions is I start with some oracle cards, which I always let people know oracle cards are a tool and the gift is a different thing, right? So, this is a tool that I use to help my clients connect with their guides. And tonight we've got seven seven to eight people here that are going to get readings tonight. So we're going to be doing these quickly and powerfully. You're going to be amazed at what comes through. Even if you're not here watching this live tonight, there might be something that in this for you, or a message that maybe I'm channeling information for Butterfly or for Carrie, and you're like, oh my gosh, I think that's for me too. It's totally possible that you'll receive insight and guidance regardless of who I'm talking to directly. So, Butterfly. We use code names here too, so you can always remain anonymous if you join us live. Butterfly, I'd love to know what your intention is as I set our timer for 5 minutes. What would you love to receive guidance or insight about tonight?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I would really love guidance with my relationship with my daughter. That is the
Mm,
biggest situation that is feeding all other things that I
yeah.
truly need any guidance on.
Okay.
It may intertwine with where we're living or where I'm supposed to live,
Mhm.
but any guidance with resolution, peace, anything, I'm at a complete loss.
Okay. I hear you. One, I honored that, like as a mom of also some girls that are now adults. I I feel you on that. Oh, interesting. So the first card you got that just came up is healing the mother line, which is it says healing, ancestral work, mother line, and growing up. So we're on the right track here. And what comes up for me around this is that though you're working with your daughter, right? This might be also healing generations back and forward and with that ancestral work. And we're going to do one more or five. Okay. Ooh, okay. Then we got the wastelands, which if you can see this woman's here in the parched desert, a little bit of
Try not to laugh.
yeah, yeah. So there's some pain there, but the message is sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. So
Mm.
while you might want to, of course, be giving to her, it's almost like, what do you have? What more do you have to give if you're not giving to you as well? Right. And I'm going to leave it at that and I'm going to connect here for a second. Disclaimer, my camera sometimes turns off while I do readings. So if that happens, no, I'm still here and you'll still be able to hear me. And thank you all, everybody else that's here for holding space for our dearest butterfly. I feel a lot of almost like tumultuous energy in the stomach. Has she or yourself been having like digestive issues or like, um,
No, not necessarily.
I feel
Could
it
be
like
symbolic though.
it's like stomach and moving into like the like uterus area. So we might be feeling some pain in that connection, right? Because we're always connected to our kids in
Mhm.
as mothers, right? In our feminine area. So we're gonna ask your guides, your angels, your higher self to be here with us now. Any information and insight that would be helpful for your highest good and greatest benefit. I'm seeing they're showing me almost like somebody throwing things, like I'm the essence of like violence, almost like rage. I'm seeing has she or yourself been throwing things?
Wanting to throw things and
Okay.
rage with me.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. There's no shame in it. Um, your guides are saying it's almost like, is she asking you about moving out or like, because I'm seeing
It's a control issue.
okay,
Yeah. I
because
can
I'm
just
seeing,
leave,
mhm,
and the threat of going, either me threatening her threatening to leave has been
yeah,
a very unhealthy pattern, and yet
okay,
it's the ego, yeah, grabbing onto control.
okay. Hold on. Yeah, I see her almost like pointing at this like van or a truck or things like wanting to like put her stuff in it and just go.
Mhm.
Um, there, as far as guidance, which you're her mother, again, trusting your gut is really important. But I'm hearing for your guides, it's almost like they've been talking about this a lot lately. They just, right? They know it's at the critical point where something has to change.
Yes.
And they're asking about almost like, is it possible that I'm going to give you another few minutes here? Is it possible that you can, is it possible for her to temporarily almost like take a break? Not a permanent situation, but hey, I feel like it would be best if we had a little bit of space. So for the next X amount of time, I'd love for you to be able to have this safe space. Because it feels like what they were pointing at, it's kind of like, again, something has to change. And we know that you can't change her per se. And you're doing all the things you can to change and support yourself. But there's like almost like a capacity that's almost at like this imperative threshold.
Mhm.
And it's it's up for your consideration to think about, could it be possible for us to have temporary time apart with like a timeline for us to be able to check in? Um, almost like a reset, like, hey, I'd love some space and I'd love for us to both get individually clear about what we need in our mother-daughter relationship. I'm seeing somebody else involved, almost like therapist or guide, mentor, something of that nature that could help facilitate the reconnection. Again, this is channeled guidance, so always trust your gut and explore your options. Um, I hope that helps in some kind of way. And I honor you so much for staying present to what is, even when it's painful. Right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we're going to give you an affirmation card here. Ooh. So I have these beautiful affirmation cards that I also use in my one-on-one readings that I love so much. And this one says, with complete confidence in my sacred fruition, I embrace playfulness, lightness of heart, and an abundance of support from the universe. So butterfly, it is coming. Okay.
And will you be dropping that in the chat? Or in the,
I will share these later. Yes.
thank you.
Namaste, my friend.
Thank you so much.
All right. Who else has had a difficult teenage girl in their life? I'm sure many of us have in some kind of capacity, and we send you so much love, butterfly. All
Thank you.
right. Who has the next longest hair? Boy. Yes. Also boys. Yes, Sarah. They
Yeah.
too can
So
be
it
a
could be
handful.
Shelley or it could be me. I don't
You
know.
go ahead, Bronwyn. Yeah, go ahead, Bronwyn. Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm gonna eat my dinner, so you go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
That feels good.
Mm.
And Howard has something, but maybe since his hair is shorter, he can
Yeah, you get the best for the
or,
last. All
or we
right.
could split our time if that's
Yeah.
whatever.
No,
However,
you're okay. You're all right.
um
Bronwyn, what's your intention tonight?
yes, thank you so much first off for offering this. This is so beautiful. What a beautiful group, and thank you, Kristeen. Um I would like to know more about my business. As you know, I'm launching it and it's been launched, I should say. But just really want to hear more about the direction of my business. Is there anything I need to be watching out for? It seems to be going, in a good direction, but just anything I should be watching out for.
Yeah, I love that. Well, as you were talking, a card popped out for you. This is from the Wisdom Oracle deck, which I love so much as well. And you got the Yin card. Yin. And for those of you that may know or may not know, Yin is that feminine aspect, right? It's receiving, it's the slower, right? Gentle energy. And I am curious about what that means for you in your business. That maybe it's not a season of pushing, maybe it's a season of allowing, right? And that's what I received from that initially. We're gonna
Yeah,
grab one more.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
It really does.
yeah. Ooh. You've got one of your guides is like hysterically laughing right now, and I'm trying to find out why. Ooh, ooh. You got observer. You can see there's like he's like shooting or not shooting, but like it's a fox looking through a telescope at the moon, right? And just kind of watching. And oh, we've got somebody popping back in, Sandra. We're gonna let her back in. And to me, that makes me it's one interesting that it's the moon, right? The feminine again, and just kind of watching. So are you allowing and watching how things are unfolding? What are you learning through that process? And that's what comes to my mind. And now we're going to ask your guides. The first thing that they showed me was kind of like this, you know how like a sumo wrestler, when they're about to go into a match, they're like, oh, right? Like I imagine they're in that kind of like masculine stance. Um, and they're saying it's almost like you had to be in that energy for so long in your business of kind of like claiming your space and like I'm here and this is important and meaningful, right? And needed. And it was more, yeah, just like direct, assertive. Yeah, they're affirming the cards. They're saying, and now it's kind of like laying out on a cabana, like, you know what I mean? Relaxing a little more as well. Um, They just showed me, do you have a cruise coming up? Because I just saw you on a big cruise boat.
No, but I would
Okay.
love to go on a cruise. Howard's been asking us for us to go
Oh,
on a cruise.
interesting. That feels important. They're saying it's almost like it's twofold. It's one, you getting away out of your, do you know what I mean? Kind of the regular atmosphere. I see you on the ship, kind of like walking or meeting people, walking around, kind of like networking in a sense, but also relaxing. Um, they're talking about the possibility of doing what you do in places away from home, like abroad, if you would, as well. So it's kind of like, when's the last time you've taken a break? Like a true, do you know what I mean? Kind of like a celebration, a true reward for what you have put into it. And is it possible that there could be something that brings a lot more travel, right, into play? Yeah.
I think Howard would love that.
Howard would love that. Yes.
Can I comment?
Yeah.
So she should enjoy her successes, I'm hearing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There was that definitely, like, if you could see the sumo wrestler guy I saw that was like, we gotta make this happen. Right? It's deserved, right?
That's how she approaches her business every day. So
Yeah.
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 So lighten up a little bit is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. So can we
Also,
bring in some yin, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
you said they were laughing. I'd love to hear why they were laughing.
Let's see. They said it's a fortunate time to be alive. Right? Like here in the world right now, kind of like it's kind of like the fox looking up at what's to come, but their laughter was kind of like right now. He presenting himself as masculine, this guy is, and is saying it's almost like, yes, look towards what you want, but like now is also so precious and important and sacred. And they express the guides often express themselves in laughter and in joy and comicalness. Some of them do. And yeah, and I've been told a lot of times that they're here to also remind us to lighten up, right? To lift our spirits. So I hope that lifts your spirits and brings you into celebration of now.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And go on that cruise. Come on, Howard, let's book it. Let's do it.
that's about many trips.
Many trips. Okay. Let's get them planned and look at if anything's keeping you from doing that, I would explore what it is. Oh my gosh. Look
Thank
at
you.
this beautiful affirmation card for you. What? It says, Bronwyn, wrong part. My soul radiates confidence and creative potency to accomplish my sacred purpose.
Mm,
Right? And
yes.
I heal into joyfulness. Yes. So let that joy in, go on your trip and send us pictures. We would love that. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. All right. Next longest hair or next longest, I guess. Shelly? Yeah. Is that you?
I think so.
All
I don't
right.
know how long Sandra's hair is because it's up. So
I do. I think yours is longer. No, is it? Sandra, am I wrong? I can't tell when it's up. Oh, okay. We got
it's
a
about the
tie.
same.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna go Shelly first, and then we'll go to
Okay.
Sandra. knowing
I'm
that
open.
you are neck and neck, literally. Awesome. Shelley, I would love to hear your intention. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. It's great to be with you, and I appreciate this so much. So I would love to learn from my guides to help me visualize some bigger dreams coming true. I've been waiting for the divine timing for quite some time, and I would really love to get some specifics around funding so that I can make these business dreams come true,
Yes.
and having some visible success, helping many people. And so that's one part. And then also, I worry about if I'm paying enough attention to my son.
Okay.
So, any messages around my son and also in my business in those ways. Thank
Okay.
you.
Beautiful. So, first card that popped out for you was, oh my gosh, it's so hard to do this when I'm not mirrored because I can't tell. So, beautiful card. Oops, this way, I guess. If you can see, she's like planted in the ground, and it says
Mm,
codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Which I'm always like, okay, well, what's the next
okay, what
step?
is it?
Right? And we'll
Yes.
find out. And then we've got lineage of the rose.
Mhm.
Ooh, and this I love.
Beautiful.
It's moved by the goddess, here for this soul call and gather. So when I see that, I see you like gathering the people, right? And they're all coming
Mm,
around this beautiful water that you're offering to the world, right? Not that you sell water for a living, but thank you. All right. Let's tune in and see what your guides have to say. You're like, show me the money. And they just said, they're like, show me.
yeah.
Mm, mm. They're first, I feel like this just beautiful energy of and sacred energy of comfort that they're bringing to you. It was almost like hard to talk because it felt so good for me to feel. And I keep feeling the jaw, the left jaw. Was it you that was
Mm.
having jaw stuff? What's going on?
I don't know. I wear a mouth guard when I sleep because I
Okay.
clench my jaw.
Okay. They're talking about the left side
Mm.
specifically.
Hmm.
And what do you feel like you're doing too much of at this time? Or like what feels like, I'm really putting too much into this, or there's something
Um,
excess right
mm.
now.
Yeah, just I think trying to find community in person. I feel
Mhm.
very torn between putting effort in person to create a community, and I I feel like I need to just be more online
Mhm.
and not in community because it's not working.
They just, as you were saying that, I just got a jolt of energy into like your heart chakra area, an affirmation that when you were saying that, they were talking about sustainability.
Hmm.
And and I was like, hold on, I'm trying to listen to her. But they were like, yeah, but we're trying to see. I'm like, oh, okay. Um, yeah, it was more of a question about is what you're trying to make work sustainable at the pace that it's going? Like, can
Mm,
you keep putting into the things that are too much, like trying to build in-person community? Um,
yeah.
they said that, or they're saying now that it's putting you in want energy or like need
Mm,
want. Do you know what I mean? That
Yep.
kind of vibe versus the energy of abundance and kind of like limitlessness, if you would.
Hmm.
They were like, stop setting timers. I'm like, well, it's hard. Anyways, um, yeah, to remove yourself from that space, again, always trust your guidance. Their message is about sustainability and thinking about kind of that. If you could only do one, which one would you do right now?
Yeah, online.
Yeah, because these people are coming together for
Yeah.
something sacred
Yeah.
and consistent and reverent. And you can create that in either of those spaces, but dividing your energy is putting you in lack, essentially.
Yes. Yes.
Does
That's
that
very
help?
clear. Yeah,
Okay.
totally. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I hope that that helps your heart because they just, yeah,
Yeah, it
lots
definitely
of,
makes it feel lighter.
yeah, lots of, ooh, oh my gosh. Look at your colors.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This one is 777. Seven
Mm,
blessings of the seventh dimension heal my soul. Peace, potential, creativity, freedom, divine presence, healing, and truth. That's a
nice.
mouthful.
That is. That's
It's all
everything.
coming
That's
at
like
you.
the whole kitchen sink. Like,
Yes. Receive, girl. Receive.
okay.
Okay. You got
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you. All right. Our next equal longest hair is Sandra. We're so happy to have you tonight. Thank you for being here.
Thank
What's your
you.
intention?
My intention. Well, I feel like making sure I'm not overcommitting myself and getting too overzealous with clients and business. I just planned a trip back to my hometown in Illinois to do sessions, Reiki sessions in May. And there's a plentiful amount of people that want them. And I have to stay very, have good boundaries and learn to say no, even though there's opportunity. And
Mm,
so I guess I want to make sure I continue to trust myself and know that it's abundant. Even if I say no, there more abundance will come.
yeah.
But I've said yes to going, and I've said yes to 11 people so far. So
Okay.
it might be all I can do.
Okay. It
But there
sounds like
might be,
some wisdom is what I'm
yeah,
hearing. Ooh.
perhaps.
What's interesting is you got the child within. And if you can see
What did
where
it say?
the child within.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yes. And it says inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. And she's literally like holding this little baby.
Hmm.
And I know you have a grandbaby in your life and one on the way, right?
Yes.
However,
Eight
I think
weeks.
for you, right, it's what can your inner child handle right now, right?
Hmm.
Um, is what I saw as kind of like protecting not just the inner child, but kind of like the most innocent, precious aspect of you. What's too much for her,
Hmm.
right?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got the grandmothers.
No way.
Yeah.
Doesn't say Grand Gigi.
No, it
Come
doesn't. It doesn't.
on now. All
And
right, go ahead with the grandmother thing.
yes, it says, remember your roots,
Sorry.
right? That's okay. As that sage, sage, yes. So remember your roots, perspectives, and trust the weavings. So I see a lot of grandmas or a lot of Gigi's, not just one. Okay. And it's interesting that they're both about, if you know what I mean, kind of in that familial line. And you going back to your roots in Illinois. Interesting. All
Going back to
right.
my roots. That's why I'm
Child.
pretty fascinated by those cards. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So I'm going to tune in real quick and see what we got for you. they're definitely saying, I feel like I'm, how do you say this? It's almost like full energy, kind of like the cup is already full. What else do you want to put in it? Right? That's a vibe for sure. They're talking about you walking. Have you been able to go on walks lately?
Yes, I walk every day.
Okay. They're talking about kind of like you can do, I'm probably not going to say this right, but I'm going to try. It's like you can do as much as you can while still keeping the things that nourish you in place. So when you're not able to fit the walk in, or they're showing me water, almost like baths or pool or some connection with water for you.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you're like going to see some natural water, nourishment,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what can you do and still nourish yourself to the level that you need to be able to be giving? There's a very, I feel a really strong presence coming in, almost like strong is the best word they said. One of your guides that's kind of like intense, if you would. They're saying if you can give yourself, they're showing me that trip, and almost like if you can build in some buffers for yourself, kind of like after the trip, do you have time for you, like just blocked off, or like time you can go away, and then like kind of like sprints of busyness with little pockets of nourishment built in, right? I think you're frozen on your camera. Otherwise, you're doing a really a good job keeping a straight face, right? There you go. Oh, now you're out of it. Okay. Does that make any
Yeah,
sense? Like, can
just
you
where I
stack?
live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Does that
Yeah, it
help?
makes sense, and it's funny because, yeah, the
Mhm.
water is the pool. We're putting a pool in.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And you
Yeah,
said it makes
taking
sense
breaks.
because
Mm-hmm.
you're building in that time, hopefully.
Well,
Yeah.
the water, yes, and building in time while I'm there. And
Yeah.
then also when I get back, I do need to make sure I do that. Yes.
Okay.
It's
Block some
that's
time,
been a
girl. Block some time. Take care of you.
okay, I will.
And when I was seeing it, it wasn't like a one-time thing. It was kind of like when you have these intense periods, like before and after, to like stack yourself some space.
Okay.
Seems like a good rhythm for you. And we're gonna
Sounds
grab
awesome.
you an affirmation card as well. So good. I'm like, how am I doing on time, you guys? I think I'm all right. We're good. Okay. Whoa. Yours like flew out. Holy cow. Okay. Ooh. Beautiful blue one. Look at these. Gorgeous. This one says, I tune in to faithfully listen for the authentic, empowered, creative voice of my soul. Ooh. Guiding me flawlessly on my life journey. So while you do the amazing work you do, tuning into your soul and listening, right?
Yes.
That voice, that's going to be like, hey, girl, get in the pool. Let's go.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl. All right. Awesome. Thank
Aw,
you.
so
That's
good,
amazing.
Sandra. Thank you for
I
being
love it.
here. Yay.
Thank you for that. That was awesome.
Oh, ooh, more cards. All right. Carrie, Sarah, and Nancy. Who's got the longer hair? I think Carrie.
Yeah, I think me.
All right. You guys are going to be like growing your hair out, right? Be
No,
like, I
like,
want to be
how much
first. I want the long hair.
longer?
So good. What can we ask your guides about tonight?
I think I need help knowing what to focus on, or maybe it's not even focus because I just focus on my business, like even like just today, like I had extra time in my normal client day and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do business stuff, but instead there was a whole bunch of grief that was coming up, and so I didn't find myself really able to focus. So, and I also need financial abundance, and I'm in this space of wanting to like freshen things up. Like there's like for like taking care of me. Like there's this like so anyway, yeah.
I feel you, girl. I got you.
Yeah.
You got building blocks. Look at this. Look at you building yourself up and creating that foundation. And I was like, hey, I saw that and I was like, hey, cool, but what? And you got blessed.
Hmm.
Mm. And that just got me. I was like, oh my goodness. So what you're building is blessed,
Hmm.
right? And I can understand, like many of us probably here can, that there comes a time too where we're kind of like, okay, what do I focus on though? Right? Which part of this giant castle that I'm building do I need to be building right now? So let's tune in and ask your guides. So I was talking to Dr. Wayne Dyer earlier today because I was listening to an audiobook of his and he came through and then he just came back and to say hi to you guys. He said that's very sweet. Mm. Oh, okay. He said he didn't want to just say hi. He also wanted to tell you that there's a call to focus around writing.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Like in channeling writing or
sorry, it's a wave of energy. He's saying it's almost like not sitting down being like, okay, I have to write this book necessarily. It's more like I need to sit down and get clarity. And if for you, clarity comes from writing and channeling that writing, kind of like free writing, allowing that guidance to come through,
Mhm.
then yes. He said either way, it's like sometimes the mind needs to write, he's saying, almost like we have to get like stuff out of our head.
Mm-hmm.
And other times we need to, do you know what I mean? Receive higher guidance. But he's talking about, and I see a couple other of your guides that are here as well. And it's about messaging and getting clear about like, what am I talking about? And what are like the, what is that? I'm so bad at sayings. Kind of like, what's the stake I want to put in the ground
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to this thing? And kind of like getting the essence of what you're passionate about and why you do what you do out of your being or out of right that higher guidance onto paper or digital paper, if you would.
Okay.
And he's showing me it kind of like spreading out, and whether it be like social media posting, like some's going over here, some's on your site, some's literally just like an email you're writing to a couple of friends. It gives you strength and confidence in when you do talk to clients that are kind of like lining up energetically to come to you. I see them like that. Um, they're telling me 15 minutes. Like if you set a timer, 15 minutes, making it a habit. Um, they said you can start slow. It doesn't need to be something that you're like rigid about necessarily, but it's getting in the practice of expressing those higher thought forms and getting really clear about what's important. There, I see a combination of the channeling and almost like journaling prompts. Like if you ask, they're saying you can ask AI if you want to. Like, give me some journaling prompts for the next 30 days to help me get clear about my branding, right? Like, or about my message when it comes to purity, recovery, or whatever it is that you do want to write about. Does that make sense to you?
Mhm. Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yes. And you're blessed. We love that.
Okay.
Oh, look at that smile. I love it. So good. We're going to get you an affirmation card. And then we've got Sarah or Nancy next. So you got this beautiful blue card here today. We've got a lot of blue going on, some orange. A new cycle of divine harmony and blessed alignment opens for me as I continue my soul journey with authenticity, expression, and trust. What? You guys, I've never even read all the cards that are in here. And sometimes they come out and I'm just like, how the F did that get there? Right? Like, that's amazing for you. That's awesome. So aligned. Okay. Put that there. All right, Carrie. Namaste, friend. Thank you. Hey. All right. Sarah, Nancy, whose hair is longer? Oh.
Sarah, are they the same?
Sarah. Yeah, you guys you're twinning it with the hair length there. Yay. All right, Sarah, we're gonna go with you. Let me grab this deck. Okay. All right. What's your intention to ask your guides today?
So, all right. So I know you can't predict the future, but I wanted to see if my guides have any advice or guidance around my upcoming sabbatical, my house selling. I don't know if there's any timing guidance or sort of what to do next, where to place my focus next, order of operations, that kind of thing,
Yes.
or whatever advice they have for me about the next few months.
I love it. And I hear them chitter chattering as you're talking as well.
Okay.
So first card you got is regeneration. And if you see, it's like lava and a tree growing up from. So
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
girl, you're creating something new and beautiful in your life.
Wow.
Right. And then I also see a leg up. And if you can see this little polar bear is getting on the bigger polar bear. And so when you were saying that, and I saw these, and I heard them, it's a lot going on over here. That it's almost like they showed me your house and like you having this leg up in the market. Kind of like, okay, it's good you're doing this now. Was
Okay.
was kind of the essence of that. I'm running out of room to put these, so I'll put them there.
Cool.
And we'll see if we can get some more direct information for you from your guides. Feeling a beautiful, like divine feminine presence that just came forward. I said there's so much love in this space for all of you. She's showing me, I'm feeling almost like this feeling of like holding something, like kind of like something that's being pulled away, but it's almost like there's like a should I let go? They're talking about the job. I feel this like imbued sense of safety around these next moves for you. And they're saying that it's almost like the way has been paved, like the path is there before you. And that while you'll know, like, and you may already even have a date, they're showing me like kind of like a calendar of like when you're officially like going, if that makes sense. But there's a need to release something that you've been holding. I'm sensing it might be the job, but they're also showing me kind of like this. Oh, okay. It's identity around kind of like, who am I without all of this? Um, they said, good job. Good job. Like, who am I without all the stuff? Who am I without the job? Who am I without living here or being by these people?
My cat. I'm having trouble like the
Okay.
idea of leaving my cat with my son.
Mm. Yeah, there's some they're showing me like some neglect, kind of like maybe not as attentive as you would be to the cat, but it's still like, oh, they're saying the cat is a teacher for your son in that experience, kind of like how to think of somebody else beyond himself.
Okay, good.
That like kind of like that. Um, I'm seeing the struggle. There's like some struggle, tiny bit at least, with him kind of like finding his path, and that the cat is helpful.
Are they showing which son it is?
And it's so weird because they're like bouncing between the two, and I'm like, wait, who's taking the cat? What's going on? Um, they're saying younger.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
That is who I
I
planned to leave it with.
that
But when
it's
you described the need for it, it sounded
not,
like my other son. So
yeah, that's what was confusing to me as well. Was kind of like, hey, who's yeah, it's kind of like I see them almost like they both might have some time with the cat, but one might be
okay.
primary, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
That makes me feel so much better.
okay. I'm like, what are we holding on to? It's a cat. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get you an affirmation card.
Thank you.
Holly's gonna be all right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better knowing that she's like it's her turn to be there for them versus me. How I was framing it for was like I'm neglecting her, I'm abandoning her by leaving her.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so it is. It's gone.
Yep.
You're free.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Ah, so vibrant. You got the unexpected is a secret grace that enhances my soul awakening. Oh, wait, that enhances my soul awakening and nourishes my divine potential. So it's all about the unexpected.
Yep. So
Ah,
true. That's
even with the
exactly where I
cat,
am right now. Yep.
right? But
Yep.
remember that you have a leg up. Okay.
Yes. Good. Thank you so much, Christine.
You're welcome. Thank you, friend. Yay. All right, Nancy, are you ready for this? Yeah?
I know. Yeah.
So good. What would you love to ask your guides about tonight?
Well, first I wanted to say from that last reading that I had with you, I felt so much love that I think it just boosted me up to some higher wherever, and so grateful. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think what's coming up mostly for me is my son is highly frustrated with his job, and his constant saying is everything's a big mess. And I keep saying, if you keep saying that, that's what it's going to be. So is there any guidance that you can see that I could help him with this?
Ooh, gotta love that. Right? Oh, my goodness. We got for you the Anointed. I don't know if you can see this, but it is I will send you this one after. It's a beautiful card with, it's almost like a woman in the center that's being anointed. And it says, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. I'm wondering if that's for him, knowing that you're also a leader, right? So that could resonate too. But is there a call for leadership for him? That's just my question.
Mhm.
I see that card, and we're gonna do one more. Oh. Ooh, the bloom. That's what we need for him, right? Is creations realized, right time, harvest, and celebration, right? So I love the combination of those two cards. Yeah, answering the call and then something like blossoms as a result. That feels really good. All right, let's see what's going on with him. They're saying it's kind of interesting what can come through sometimes. I'm like, what? They're saying it's almost like he needs to. This isn't going to sound right out of my mouth. I know it isn't, but I'm going to say it because they won't stop saying it. They're saying like pretend you're not there. Um, I'm trying to understand what this means. Does he feel okay? They're asking a question. Does he feel like reliant on, or not reliant, but like, is he asking for your guidance?
He likes to tell me his frustration.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if he's asking for my guidance, but
He just wants to.
download the frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, do you feel yourself taking some of that on energetically? Because I'm
Not
just,
too much, no.
that's good. Yeah, there's I feel they're showing me, and I feel almost like a redirection for him. That's like, I'm trying to figure out who's redirecting him. Yeah, how do I say this? It's like almost like there needs to be a shift in who he's telling the things to. Not that he can't be open and share with you, but it's like, what is he accomplishing by doing that?
Mhm.
I see him talking almost like a male. Does he have a mentor available in his life? I'm seeing a male, not father or like related, but more like a role model. Because I see if he's not there, if he doesn't have the guy, I see a guy coming into his life that's like showing him almost like, here's how you step into your masculinity in like um, a way that also embodies trust, right? Like surrender. Because there's conflict between masculine and feminine energy for him, I'm feeling, where
Mhm.
it's like, yeah, like the masculine, the wounded masculine energy trying to do and like fix his way out of the situation versus like the feminine energy being like, okay, it's safe for me to trust and receive, yeah, I can also like embody masculinity at the same time. There's like a harmonizing of the duality that he's experiencing. Um, they're saying we're trying to help make sense for you what's happening with him energetically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got it.
that almost like that pretend you're not there, that you don't have to like know that it's being taken care of for him within himself. And if he doesn't already have the guy in his life, like they're sending the guy. You don't have
Okay.
to find the guy, he's coming. So if he comes to you saying like, oh, this guy wants to talk to me about blah, 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 don't be surprised. And do you know what I mean? Cheering it on if you feel right to do so.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's dependence on the pattern of frustration, right? It's like, who am I without being frustrated about my life situation,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And I see him figuring it out. It takes a little bit. They're showing me 3, almost like in the immediate, like the 3 months ahead, like him kind of re um reorienting his energy. And then I see the next 3 years being kind of like him rebuilding himself, like
Mhm.
progressively. Um, we're going to send him love to find his way because we're never lost, right? Yeah, they're doing some clearing right now. I feel like sacral energy.
Mhm.
Was he a creative or is he creative?
Uh, his brain, yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Kind of. Yeah. He's also an engineer, so his brain is,
Okay. Head and heart. Right.
yeah.
Okay. I feel stuck energy in the sacral area
Yeah.
moving. Okay. All right. I'm so curious. I'm like, oh, I want to know more, but we're gonna take time and do this.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. We're gonna give you an affirmation card. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's something creative coming up for him. I'm gonna let that one go. Ooh. Ooh.
Wow.
I know I get excited about every card because they're so pretty, but luminous grace and luminous grace, right? Like, whoa. And spiritual love awaken and emanate through me in a delectable divine offering of hope and healing for all beings, including the
Beautiful.
sun. Yes, luminous grace. I love that. We're gonna put yours over here. All right. How are we feeling? Are you guys good? I know we're a little bit over time, but I want to leave some space here for, I was almost at Bronwyn, but Howard.
Okay.
Here he is.
Howard, yes.
Well, we can make mine quicker. Okay. First of all, I want to thank you all for being here. Appreciate the opportunity to do
Yes,
this. And when
so
Brown was
good.
talking about this, I didn't know what to expect. So
Hmm,
nice. And
thank you.
Nancy, I want to tell you, I've gone through this with my son as well too.
So,
But so my question, it was hard to come up with something that really hits, but right now, I guess I'm facing, new challenges, and I want to know what should my company expect for new business opportunities?
Hmm, interesting. So the card that popped out when you were talking about that says not for you. And this card, I know maybe a couple of you have received this one. I know I have, and I'm always like, what? I don't get the fortune cookie. What's going on here in the picture? Um, it might be that, and we're gonna tune into it, but it might be that there's some opportunities coming up within your company that maybe are not for you. Or maybe there's an aspect of your business that you're releasing. So I'm not gonna think about it too much right now. I was like, who did we lose? Let's see. Um, ooh, truth be told. Look at that. So it's a beautiful owl there, and I don't know if you can see, but he's got kind of like the door to his heart open, right? And the mask is off, and there's truth there. So the combination of these cards makes me wonder what's not for you within your business or within your life, and what truth needs to be told. Again, these are just cards. We're going to figure out what's going on from your guides. Oh, I'm going to let Sarah back in. All right, Howard, thank you so much for this opportunity. We're going to connect with your guides now. I'm seeing, they're showing me kind of like other people kind of like running around for you. Assuming these are perhaps employees. Like, do you have people go, are they going to get something for you? Are you sending people away to go do something? What are these people doing?
Any thoughts?
Well, I'm sorry, you're asking me. I thought,
Yeah.
we-
Yeah, sorry. No, sometimes they just give me questions.
I thought they were putting out
Yeah.
rhetorically here. Okay.
Who are you sending away to go get things for you? Or like do things? I'm seeing you, or perhaps that's your role, right? Is you commanding, right? Or directing people?
I try to delegate, yes.
Okay, all right. There we go. You're delegating. They're showing me you like reading. Have you been reading spiritual text or like sacred text, books that are nourishing spiritually?
Absolutely. Since I met Brown last year, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, they're showing it's almost like there's still importance in obviously like running the business and coordinating and things like that. But they're highlighting kind of like this not need, but this calling for inward focus of like answering those deeper questions like, who am I? What am I here for? What do I like? What does my soul want from me? Um, yeah, definitely a desire, like you were talking about before. They're showing me kind of like you wanting to go away and kind of like be able to go within yourself and explore what's here inside. They're showing me you like almost like trading. Um, I don't know why the word trading is coming up. Do you do like a thing where this is gonna sound weird, but do you know how they like people trade houses or they trade kind of like you can stay in their house, they can stay in yours, that kind of thing?
Mhm.
Um,
Business, we do that.
oh, okay.
Trading and services, yeah.
Okay. I was like, what is this? It's crazy. Okay. There definitely feels like I'm sensing like an aspect of your business that feels definitely like it's in kind of like it's run its course energy, but feels like it's also like taking energy from you or like your focus, if you would,
I get that.
and you're kind of just like, go away, but I know I need to deal with you, but I don't want to. Yeah, they're pointing at a deeper need to kind of like clarify, if you would, like what's our center of gravity right now, like what's central and essential to what I'm doing, and what can I do about this thing that over here that is kind of annoying almost. Like you try to focus on this and then this thing is like so what belongs in your bullseye is the question. I don't know if that helps, but something needs to happen with this thing that's over here. They're saying they're trying to like tell you about it, and it's almost like dreams. Have you had like weird dreams lately
I
that
haven't.
seem metaphorical? Okay. So listen to that, write them down, because there's guidance there for you. And they're not going to go deep into like what the answer is for that thing right now, because they're saying they're trying to tell you through your dreams, which is super fun. And does that resonate with you? I see some nodding of heads. Yeah. Okay. So what's not for you? And going inside, knowing your truth, sticking to what needs to be in here, and travel. Yes. Get away. Right? I'm gonna grab you your affirmation card. Oh, look at this beauty. We've got my spiritual progress is steady and true. Whoa. As my soul faithfully continues to manifest divine beauty that nourishes all hearts. Right? So that you going within is really, really important for all of us. Okay. So I know Bronwyn and Howard are going to be on vacations.com or bookings.com booking a trip away tonight. Yeah. Always trust your gut, of course. Do what makes sense for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. I know we're over time. I wanted to say thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I'd love to know what you loved about our session tonight.
Oh my gosh, I just love I've been just loving watching Bronwyn and Howard, and like your love is so sweet and beautiful. I can feel it through, and it's been really warming my heart.
I love that so much. Thank you. And likewise.
Thank you, Shelley.
Yeah, I love your generosity and your openness and willingness to be here for so many people, and your kindness and joy and all of that. Thank you.
Thank you. And sending your son so many blessings. Thank you for sharing and bringing us all awareness. I don't know if you guys feel that, but I felt like there was that kind of common thread of the sun coming up, right? And the kids in our lives that
the grandkids and the grid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That we want to see be well in this life, right? So, and thank you, Nancy. Still love having you here. Anybody else love anything? Sarah, I see your face.
Yes, so I'm here in my room giving my cat her evening bath and grooming. Yeah, I just so appreciate like the how you can help us get clarity on something in such a short period of time, and yeah, I'm so grateful for you for offering this. Thank you, Kristeen.
Thank you.
And just really quick, I want more Wayne Dyer to come in. We love him. Thank you. That's so cool.
I know.
I loved it.
Pretty trippy.
He likes to hang out. He was fun. So it won't be the last time. he says.
I love him.
Yeah.
Yay.
So good.
Awesome.
And
I
I
love,
just, oh,
go
do you
ahead.
want-
Are you
Sorry.
sure?
I was just wanting to say, Kristeen, thank you so much. Your generosity, your beautiful spirit is what is able to make this evening possible. And thank you so much. You're just such a dear. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. For me, it's play and serving. So I thank you because I wouldn't have much to channel about. There's nobody here. So thank you. Thank
Thank
you. And thanks for Bronwyn and Howard for your lovely presence tonight. I hope you come again. Okay. And Butterfly, you were saying something? I don't know what that was.
I love this, of course, all that you do, but one that feel like we all have this journey. Sometimes it's very isolating, and just to feel that I'm not the only one struggling, and I know that logically, but to feel it is different, and to be able to tap into some sort of guidance when I'm too close when it's really big. I can't find my own intuition and guides. So it's really, a blessing to hear obviously what you channel for me, but I know there's tidbits in everyone that I meant to hear. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
Yes. So glad that you're here tonight. And it's nourishing for me too to hear the guidance that comes through. So thank you. Yay. And I wanted to say too, you might notice there's a number of us here. Several of the people here tonight are from my online community for spiritual women that are entrepreneurs called the Cocoon. So thank you, Cocoon ladies, for being here tonight. And I'll drop links with the video. So if you're interested in checking that out, you'll be able to do so. And otherwise, hit me up about that. And this event is every second Wednesday of the month online for free. I also do this locally in Montrose, Colorado at a place called Sosa's. So if you happen to be in the near area or you want to come on out, you're always welcome to join that too. Next on April 26th. So, yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Will you be posting the pictures of the cards in Discord?
Yes, for those in the
Okay,
community, you'll get your cards. If I have your number, I will also, which I think I have everybody's number here, I will text you your cards as well. So
thank you.
get those to reflect on too. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you, Christine. You're the
Yay.
best.
Good night.
Anyways, good
Good
night.
night.
Take care,
Bye for
everybody.
now.